Can you build a passive income on YouTube in 2021? On this live stream, I'm going to be talking about 6 ways that you can build or you can monetize your YouTube channel in 2021. You'll learn about the eligibility requirements, the time frames, how you get paid, how to check your revenue in YouTube analytics, and also look at any troubleshooting issues. My name is Herman Drost, and my channel is all about how to grow your audience on YouTube so you can generate traffic, leads, and sales on autopilot. And the beautiful thing about YouTube is that you can generate a passive income, and even many people are doing YouTube full-time, and through different methods they're able to make a full-time living. So currently I'm doing full-time on YouTube, but have multiple ways that I generate revenue. So we'll talk about some of those on today's live stream. So we're talking about how to make a passive income from YouTube, and we're going to look also at the pros and cons. First, look at the pros. So the good thing is that, especially when it comes to ad revenue, this you can generate a monthly income to support your channel. So with YouTube ad revenue, YouTube takes 45%, you get 55%. So it's about a 50-50 split. With channel memberships, YouTube takes 30% and you get 70%. So that's kind of debatable whether that's, a good thing, because say you're making, making millions of dollars, for instance, then YouTube will take, 30% of $1 million and you only get 70%. So still you get a lot, but you might want to do something else where you use Patreon or something else besides channel memberships. But I do run a channel memberships. We've got Super Chat that YouTube takes 30% and you get 70%. You also got super stickers as well. So there's a lot of pros. There's YouTube's always coming out with new ways to monetize your YouTube channel. The cons is that with the ad revenue especially, that it's going to depend on the season. So as you go towards Christmas, then more advertisers come out because they want to advertise their products and their services for the Christmas season. And then in January, February, March, that's usually the worst times because you get the lowest amount of ad revenue. So it really fluctuates depending on the season. So it's not, it kind of goes up and down. And then if your channel receives a strike, then monetization is disabled for a week. Then if you get 3 strikes, say you get 3 strikes in the same week, then your channel is terminated and you lose all that revenue. So maybe you're generating revenue for several years, then you got 3 strikes in a row, then you suddenly lose all that revenue. So basically you're living on rented ground because you don't own YouTube. Even your content is owned by YouTube. And then if your channel content is made for kids, a few months back they slammed that one and said that they won't put personalized ads on channels that are made for kids. So people that had channels devoted to children suddenly lost a huge amount of revenue. And then probably a month or 2 back, YouTube decided to show ads on non-monetized videos without paying the creator. So if you're not a member of the YouTube Partner Program, then you still get ads on your videos, but YouTube's not going to pay you. So it's kind of an incentive to become part of the YouTube Partner Program quickly so you can get some of that revenue that comes from your videos. Then you've also got the tax liability, which YouTube came out with a few weeks back, saying that non-US creators have to pay a tax liability if their videos are for the US audience, and that can be as high as 30 or 50%. But if you have a tax treaty, then you're kind of exempt from that. So there's a lot of cons, but the way I see it is that there is, you get this, you get your videos to be hosted for free by YouTube, and also because YouTube exposes their content to all people throughout the world, you can get hundreds and thousands of views on your videos. How much money do YouTubers really make in 2021? So here are some of the top YouTubers. We got Ryan Kachi, I think he's in Korea, so he just does unboxing for kids products, 26 million. Dude Perfect, 20 million. Anastasia, 18 million. Reet and Link, 17 million. Jeffree Start, 17 million. Preston, 14 million. Markiplier, 13 million. And we also got Mr. Beast, which is probably around 30 or 40 million. So these are just some people that are making millions from ad revenue, and probably a lot from brand deals, sponsorships, etc. But you also can generate passive income by monetizing your YouTube channel. So here are some ways to monetize YouTube channel. We've got advertising revenue. So this is where ads will play, have like skippable video ads that play before your video. So you have display ads, overlay ads, video ads, etc. Then you got channel memberships, where you receive a monthly recurring revenue in exchange for special perks. You got the merch shelf, so you can sell t-shirts, coffee mugs, blouses, etc. You also got super chat and super stickers. So this is where your fans pay to get their message highlighted in the chat stream, so the messages stand out from the rest. And you also got YouTube premium subscriptions, where you get a small fee for people watching your content. And then recently, just this last week, YouTube came out with a way that you can monetize YouTube Shorts with the $100 million Creator Shorts Fund, which is open to anyone. You don't need to be a member of the YouTube Partner Program. And so they're kind of rolling that out. I don't know all the details yet, but basically, if you make Shorts videos that wow the YouTube audience, and they really like it, then they'll give you some money. So those are 6 ways that you can monetize your channel. But most we're going to talk about the YouTube Partner Program, because that's the main way to monetize your channel. So the minimum eligibility requirements is that you have to follow the monetization policies, no violence, pornography, all that type of thing. You got to live in a country where YouTube, the partner program, is available. You got to have 4,000 valid public watch hours in the past 12 months, and also 1,000 subscribers. And then you got to link your AdSense account to your YouTube account. After you've done all that, your channel gets reviewed by YouTube to see if you haven't violated any community guidelines, any YouTube policies, and then it takes probably about a month or even longer for that review process. Here's some of the minimum eligibility requirements for these different types of monetization features. So with ad revenue, you've got to be 18 years old and have an AdSense account and follow the advertiser-friendly guidelines. With channel memberships, you must be 18 years old and have 1,000 subscribers. The merch shelf, you've got to be 18 years old and have more than 10,000 subscribers. And with Super Chat, Super Stickers, 18 years old, live in a country where Super Chat is available. And then with the YouTube Premium, that you got to create content that's watched by a viewer that is a YouTube Premium subscriber. So those are all the requirements for the features related to YouTube monetization. How do YouTube ads work? Google automatically delivers the ads that are targeted towards your content. So if you're making ads about baking cakes, then you get a lot of ads about cake baking. Then YouTube gets 55%, and then you get 45%. No, you get 55%. YouTube takes 45%. And then if you skip the ad within the first 5 seconds, the advertiser doesn't have to pay YouTube. So and also if you skip the ad within 30 seconds, then also you don't pay. So Google doesn't guarantee that you'll always have relevant ads to display. So not always there'll be an ad to display, but the AdSense program uses geo-targeting to serve ads on your videos, depending on your language, country, and IP address. And then the ad revenue, as I mentioned earlier, will vary based upon the season and the availability to advertise. So Christmas, you can make a lot more money than you would like in January or February. So when you enable monetization on your channel and your videos, you can enable skippable ads, overlay ads, which I'll show you later. So here's the different types of ads. Got display ads, which is on by default. Got overlay ads, which appear at the bottom. Sponsored ads, which appear on the right. Then skippable video ads, which appear in the first 5 seconds. Non-skippable video ads, which means you can't skip them and you have to watch, which is kind of annoying. That's why I don't check them. But the ad plays all the way through your video for about 1 minute. And then you've got the mid-roll ads, which where you can put ad breaks throughout your video if it's 8 minutes or longer. So like on a live stream, you could do multiple ads on there, or if your video is 8 minutes long, 10 minutes long, you can put up to 2 or 3 or 4 different ads on there, and that could boost your ad revenue. But you got to be really careful that you don't upset your viewers, because if they skip or leave during while that ad is playing, then that's not good. You know, your video is not going to get promoted in search or suggested. So those are all the different types of ads. And then an example of channel memberships, like I have channel memberships on my channel, so you're free to join to support my channel. But you get, you can offer different perks like members-only live streams, special strategies and behind-the-scenes videos, custom badges and emojis to make your name stand out in live chat or the comments. So when you enable channel memberships, you can choose different stages. Like you could have $1.99 per month or $9.99 per month, which I think mine is $19.99. So I think it goes all the way up to quite a bit. So you can stagger all the different ways that you could have channel memberships for your channel, and then people can join through clicking on the join button below your video or on your channel. So that can be pretty profitable depending on, if people want to support your channel or get customer help from you. Here's something, a merch. I haven't done merch on my channel, but here you can sell t-shirts, mugs, etc. So you end up having a store tab on your channel homepage. You can pin an item on your live stream, so on the end card or on your cards or your end screens, you can pin, you can link to your store, link to an official merch store in the descriptions, and you can you just got to have over 10,000 subscribers. So it's another way, another revenue stream that you can have for your YouTube channel. So besides ad revenue, channel memberships, merch, then you're kind of bundling these different monetization strategies together, so one might do better than the other. Then you've also got super stickers. These are digital or animated images that let viewers greet, congratulate, express support, or convey emotions in response to what is happening live. So they're only available during live streams or if you do a premiere. And once purchased, they'll appear right in the chat and remain pinned at the top for a certain period of time. So if you're not a member of the YouTube Partner Program, you have to follow make sure that your channel follows YouTube's policies and guidelines. Enable two-step verification for your Google account. I recommend that anyway, because with all this hacking going on, like the Colonial Pipeline, and I read in the paper this morning that there's thousands of cyber security hacks taking place in America every week. So not just businesses, but even private citizens. So it makes sense to do two-factor security verification, and don't use the same Gmail account for on your about page as you would for your channel. Try to make it a different one, so if people try to hack into your account, then you still have your email account. Then you've also got to sign the YouTube Partner Program, community guidelines and policies, and then, as I said before, it takes 1 month for your channel to be reviewed. So you're not going to have any copyright strikes or community guideline strikes, and then within a month you can get your channel enabled for monetization. Now, it used to be that you didn't have to get 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 watch hours, but a couple of years ago they implemented that, and now that's the new requirements. YouTube earnings and tax liability. So earning money on YouTube is a great way to be rewarded for creating engaging content. But if you're not a US citizen, then you're liable to pay tax to your country of residence on any of the income earned from your monetized videos on YouTube. Also, if you're using music from YouTube's audio library where the author shares the revenue or takes the revenue, then you could have music in your video, but you're not getting paid for the ad revenue that goes straight to the person, the author of the music. So just got to check that your country has a tax treaty with the United States, and then you don't pay a huge tax liability. How and when do you get paid? All payments are issued through your AdSense account. So you have to create an AdSense account, link your AdSense account to YouTube account. If you have multiple YouTube accounts, then you can link them all to one AdSense account. It's actually against YouTube's policies to have more than one AdSense account. So, but you can link multiple YouTube accounts to your AdSense account. Then you may be liable to pay taxes to your country of residence based on the income that you earn, and the finalized earnings not transferred to AdSense till about halfway through the following month. So usually for my AdSense income, I'll get it about like towards the end of the month, like around the 20th or the 25th. So they're always one month behind. So when you first get your channel monetized, then you might think, well, why am I not getting paid? But usually they're a month behind. And then if you're in the United States and the balance exceeds $100, then you get paid like at the end of the if it exceeds $100 towards the end of the month, then you get paid in July. So usually I used to get like $100 check each time, but you can actually also get the money sent directly to your bank account, so you don't have to cash the check or anything like that. And then also you can sign into your AdSense account to view all your earnings, all your past earnings from month to month. So it's a great way to add some passive income. Just keep in mind that it will fluctuate during the year. And then you can also check your monetization options by just going into your YouTube studio and clicking on monetization, and then you'll see the monetization options. You'll see your ad revenue, memberships, super stickers, etc. So you can check that out. And then you can also check your ad revenue in channel analytics. So you just go to analytics and click on the revenue tab, and then you'll see how much revenue you've earned. You'll also see the RPM. This is how much you earn for, or CPM refers to how much you earn per 1,000 views. So if you did like accounting or something that has a high CPM, then you would make more. So for this one, I got 561, so that's kind of low. But you'll see your monthly estimated revenue. You'll see your top earning videos. And then if you want to generate more revenue, you can look at all the videos that are the topics that are generating revenue, and then make more videos on that particular topic to generate more revenue. Another way to earn more revenue is to make longer videos, like videos that are 8 minutes long or longer, and then enable mid-roll ads, and you can put multiple ad breaks in there, which helps you to generate more revenue. If you do YouTube Shorts, then you're not going to generate much revenue at all because they're so short. And if they appear on the short shelf, then no ads will appear on shorts videos on the short shelf, but they will, if they appear in search, suggested, browse, then you'll make a little bit of revenue from those shorts videos. So I've got a video coming out on YouTube Shorts monetization next week. I just made a video a couple of days ago on the new $100 million shorts fund that YouTube not enabled but announced. So you can check that out. I made a shorts video on that. Further down the page of this page here, where you're checking analytics and revenue, is the revenue sources and transaction revenue. So you got all your revenue sources that could be from ad revenue, premium revenue, channel memberships, and then you've also got that breakdown into the different ad types. So skippable video ads, for me, generates the most revenue. Then display ads, bumper ads, which are like 6-second video ads, non-skippable video ads, a little bit there, but I don't usually enable those. And then the other types of ads. So that's where you can check your ad revenue and all the monetized monetization revenue for your channel. Also, there's something called checks. So when you upload a video, then you can use the checks page. And so when you enable monetization, sometimes you get your videos are not suitable for monetization. So if you enable monetization for a YouTube video, you can, during the upload process, you can enable checks, and then YouTube will quickly see if your video is suitable to display ads on it. So that's really helpful, because immediately you can see if your content got demonetized or if there's something in there that is not suitable for ads. So this could be something political, could be violence, pornography, etc. And so you could take that out of the video or redo the video and then re-upload it. So that's it'll check for copyright strikes, check for ad suitability, etc. Here's a monetization icon guide. So when you monetize a video, you'll see the green icon next to your video. And this also got the sharing, which is the same symbol, and the escrow. And then if it's not monetized, not suitable for ads, then you'll get the yellow symbol. And then if it's ineligible for monetization, you get the red symbol. And then if monetization is turned off, you'll see the $ with the strike through it faded. So those are all the different symbols that you should be familiar with. But if you've monetized your channel and your videos, then you'll see that green $ next to your videos, which means that your videos are suitable for ads to be displayed on them. Here's some frequently asked questions that people have about monetization. So one question is, can you monetize royalty-free or Creative Commons content? And the answer is yes, because if the license agreement grants you rights to use it commercially, then you're allowed to monetize that particular video. So you could get some royalty-free content that you didn't make. So this is content that you didn't make yourself, but royalty-free or Creative Commons content is content that's free. Generally, it's free to use commercially, so you can use it in your videos. One warning is that if you just upload Creative Commons content and didn't add any commentary to it or know something unique from yourself, then you could get flagged for reused content. So it's better if you use this Creative Commons content that you add some commentary or add something unique to it as well. But it can be monetized. Then what happens if you drop below the threshold of 4,000 hours, watch hours, and 1,000 subscribers in that 12-month period? So YouTube won't automatically remove your channel's access to monetization if it drops below the threshold. But if for a long time you're inactive on your channel, then YouTube could remove that monetization ability. So I have some old channels where, before they had that requirement, then they were enabled for monetization. But a few months back, YouTube sent me an email to say that if you don't meet the threshold any longer, because I'm not really active on those channels, then we will remove the monetization from those channels. So those channels got monetization removed because they didn't meet the requirements of 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. So if your channel is inactive for a long time, then expect to get monetization removed and you'll lose all that revenue. So it means that you got to keep up a constant upload schedule, whether it's once a week, maybe once a month, but the more you upload, the more revenue you can make. Does monetization affect search results? So monetization status is not used to inform how videos display on YouTube, but the more traffic you get to your videos, the more traffic you get from search, the more traffic you get from suggested, the more, it all depends on your audience. So if people are watching, clicking on your thumbnail and watching your video all the way through, then YouTube will promote your video to search and suggested, and you'll generate more revenue. What if your channel was rejected for monetization? So when you apply for monetization, there's a human review process that you have to participate in. And then if the human reviewers believe that your channel didn't meet YouTube policies and guidelines, then you won't get your channel monetized, but you can reapply after 30 days of getting that rejection email. So getting rejected kind of sucks, but therefore you have to make sure that you don't have any violation of the policies of YouTube. Some follow-up videos you might want to check out: how to monetize YouTube videos without 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't met those requirements, there's still ways that you can make money on YouTube. The second video is how to increase your YouTube ad revenue in 6 different ways. So increasing your RPM, your CPM, etc. So you can generate even more ad revenue from your videos.